Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today is another hashtag Opshop crafter haul, and this is where we show what we found at the Opshop, thrift shops, charity shops, secondhand shops, online marketplace, whatever secondhand for our crafting. Now you can also pop over to our Facebook group, which is called Opshop/ThriftshopCrafter, and all the links will be below for that. And yeah, if you're putting a video up, add the hashtag OpshopCrafter to your video and link me back in your description box. I always seem to show the fibers first, but I found this beautiful purple fiber, and it's just got sparkles like peacock sparkles all the way through this. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now there was a couple of balls there, but I don't need a couple of balls. One is plenty for me. And you know, you can just put this on your stitching, you can couch it down, whatever you want to do with this sort of stuff. I even added some of this sort of stuff to my recent What is Slow Stitch book, and it's just really fun to add different fibers to things. So that was my first fiber find. It didn't have a tag on it, so I don't know what it is. It'd be some sort of synthetic thing. Now there was this big ball, and it's quite weighty, and it's the Lion brand, which is American. I'm pretty sure that's an American brand. This one says Summertime Nights, and this says bonus bundle, and it's heavy. It's 200 grams, which is quite a bit for a ball of yarn. But it is, what did I see, where did I see it? Acrylic and polyester mix, but it's really fine. It's almost the size of like pearl thread, and it's got these variegates in it which are just so pretty, and then it's got a sparkle in it as well. Now this isn't from one op shop, this would be half a dozen op shops, and then I just wait till I've got enough to do a video. And you know the drill, I've told you a million times before. Now I got this bag of threads, and I thought there was a nice mix in here. I'll just put that sticky tape over there, and there's quite a bit. Now there's a mix of pearl threads in here and stranded threads. See, they're all pearls, just that are just one strand, and then you get all these stranded ones as well, which has got the 6 strands in it. You stay up there. So there's quite a few different colors, and oh, it's just awesome. I don't know what's the brand. Oh, they're old Semco ones. I think that, pretty sure that's a pretty old label. I've never seen that label. Okay, so there's 7.3 meters in there, so there's quite a few of, I think they're nearly all Semco except these ones, which are, oh, they're Cotton Abroda, those ones. Nice. That is well, it says the shade, but I've got other Cotton Abroda and it's a lot thicker than that, so but I think most of them, oh, there's another, what's this one? Oh, it's a Semco. That's Cotton Abroda, and a Semco, what's that one? I don't know what that one is. Oh, that one's a stranded anyway. They're both stranded. Oh, hang on, it's a Semco. So there's just so many there. Beautiful. Now this little bag I think was $4. I think that's worth it. Totally worth it for that many threads. I don't know, I'll count them. 53 skeins of thread in there. That's pretty good for that amount of money. Alright, I got this well, it's some sort of yarn, but I think it's like a Chanel fiber. These ones, it's just a little mixed bag, and I just like the colours in that. So there was those two, and this thicker pink one, isn't it Isn't it just nice? It's just really soft, and you could do a lot with stuff like that. Even if you just did some weaving, or I'll have to roll all that up. And then there's a variegated pink one. Right, I got some sequins. Now this is a pack of red sequins, but they have got all sorts in the same red. So in this pack they've all got holes in them, which is hard to get sometimes. Sometimes some of these sequins just don't have holes, especially stars and things. But there's two different sizes of stars. There's hearts and large circles. There's flowers, little flower shape. You get in your own little compartment. There's leaves, and then there's two different sizes of round, the cupped shaped sequins. So if you know me, you know I like my sequins. Right, my next thing was these. There's a few different laces. This one's a gorgeous dusty pink. That's what that looks like. Almost a skin dusty pink colour. There's still a fair bit on there. I think these ones, they were $1 or $2, something like that. There's a burgundy coloured one, which has a gorgeous sheen on it. Like, look at the lace on it. The what am I saying? Just the where can I put? What can I put underneath it? That's what that looks like. Really pretty. And it's like two different coloured reds. There's another red here, and then a burgundy, and then a sheen sort of on it. You can see that shining in the light. So I thought that was really pretty. And then the other lace was a lavender colour, and it's just it's sort of like an eyelet type lace, but the colour is just beautiful. There's not as much on that one. I think that one was $1 because there wasn't much on it. Right, so they were some laces. There was a little bit of fabric. This fabric is really interesting. Now, I have found this sort of fabric before in a cream bone sort of colour, but this one is it's almost like a dusty pink as well, and it's like how do you explain it? It's like a mesh, a really wide mesh. And I thought, well, that's interesting. That could be interesting to work with. There was this beautiful velvet. And now I think this may have been a curtain. Yeah, I think it's a curtain, but it is just gorgeous. Look at my camera. It's having a tizzy because it just can't handle the bright colour. It's a really bright yellow. There was another piece of fabric, and this was a green, a gorgeous mint sort of coloured green. I'm not sure what sort of fabric this is. There was a little bit of this sort of stretchy sort of fabric that people use, sew their dance costumes and things with. And I thought it's always handy to have a little sparkle. And you don't want to. This looks like it hasn't even been used. Looks like someone's gone and bought 1/4 meter and has never used it. So I just like my little sparkly bits, and it's good just to get that, just those few little sparkly bits from the Opshop, and then you don't have to pay full price for them, because I think that was less than $1. So it's yeah. Alright, I got two, these are pillow slips, but I loved the fabric, and I think these were $1 for the two of them. Look at the fabric on here, it's just gorgeous. And I think, what is it called? I think it might be a jacquard, some sort of jacquard fabric. Let's have a look at the other side of it, because yeah, see, when you get a jacquard, the other side of it is like the opposite. And I just love that. So I'll probably they're in good condition, so I don't know, I don't think I'd ever use them as a pillow slip, but I'll probably more use them as the fabric. That's what I got them for. But they're just gorgeous. They're a very similar colour to this green fabric as well. So that was the fabric. I think, oh no, there was one more piece of fabric, but it's like a lace. It was really long, and I thought, when at first I thought, oh, it must be a cafe curtain, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Or it could have been cut from a cafe curtain, I'm not sure. But it's really pretty. See, on the bottom it's got this scallopy bit, and then this top section is just frayed and cut. So, and it's about 2 or 3 meters long, but it's so light and pretty. So yeah, there's a lot of that there. And they had 2 or 3 bundles of it, and when I seen how big it was, I mean, I think it was, this came from a shop that everything in the shop was half price, so it would have only been $1 for all that, because their pieces of fabric were $2. So yeah, so what's next? I got this, is that next? Yep, I got this cute make your own bozo hand puppet. Now, oh, look, this is going to go in my circus junk journal when I do it, because I just love the top of this here. I'll just open the plastic. It's never been opened, and it's vintage, and it just looks so fun. You know, I hate it that the world has spoilt clowns. You know, we used to love clowns when we were younger. So in here is all the felt bits and pieces you need to make this little clown puppet. And then it's got the instructions. And then this side has got Bozo the clown. Now, this clown here is pretty scary looking. I must admit that. But the hand puppet is pretty cute. So it says made in Australia. Some sort of educational series. There's no date on it, but I think it's just awesome. So he was $1 for Bozo the clown. So he will go in a pocket in, I'll make it up, the little hand puppet, and he'll go in a pocket in my circus journal. So he's awesome. and the backing paper will go in there too for ephemera. So that's pretty cool. Alright, I got a couple of sewing patterns. There was this one with the animals. I love this one. I don't know why. I think because when I was little, and I remember Mum taking me to the Opshop, and we were bugging for something like kids do. We were only little. We wouldn't have been school age. And outside there was a little basket of soft toys, and one of them was a whale, and it just reminded me of this. And she let me have this whale. And when I brought it home, I just loved it so much. And I remember I took it to church, and after church we were going for a picnic, and I was playing with this whale in the car, and my brother snatched it off me and threw it out the window. And he got into big trouble. Dad stopped the car and made him run back and get it. Probably because I kicked up the biggest stink. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool pattern, that. And then I got these 2 really cool vintage patterns here. I just love the what do you call it, the pictures on the front. Now these were only 50 cents each, so they were pretty cool. Right, I think I'll start some linen. I got this gorgeous retro tablecloth. Love the pattern on that. I won't fold it right out because it's quite big, but I love the brown and orange sort of print on here. So that was really cool. I got another retro tablecloth with this pattern on it. I'll just try and open it up so that you can see like one full square at least. Oh, got it upside down. Okay, it's got all these vases on it with this flower. So it's just a repeat of all these. So if you wanted to cut it up, you could cut up and get all these pictures that you could put on journal covers or your slow stitching or whatever, and then you could embellish all these flowers and that, which would just be awesome. Now it does have just a slight, if you can see the slight bit of wear on it, but I think that's just the nature of this cloth. It's got a now someone told me the name of some of these cloths. I can't think of it at the moment, but it does have a texture to it. So if you know the name of them, just let me know, because I looked all over it and I couldn't find a label, so obviously the label's been cut off it. But it is just so pretty. Right, so that was that retro tablecloth. I love my retro, if you know me, and I'm a 70s child, so that's where that comes from. Alright, my next piece is of linen, and my camera is going to hate this. Totally hate it, so I'll only show you a corner. It's a huge big pillowcase with this gorgeous crochet all over it, and then the other side is just linen. Okay, so, and I think I've said on camera here I've been chasing some white crochet, and this is just all beautiful stark white. So you know, there's lots of little motifs in this you could cut up and use, and then it's got a gorgeous little frilly edge. So that will go in my crochet stuff, crochet motifs and things. That's it folded up there, and it's just beautiful. Even the linen in here is just beautifully laundered, and you could use that fabric as well. Alright, so that's that tablecloth. So a couple of little tablecloths. This little tablecloth is gorgeous too. It's a cream coloured one, but it's got this in each corner, this little embroidered pattern. It's just beautiful and got a nice little lace edge on it. So that was pretty. There is a orange gingham tablecloth here which has got chicken scratching on it. I love the old chicken scratchings. Now I think I've got, this is an orange one, I'm pretty sure I've got a purple one and a green one. So I've got a few in, you know, in the chicken scratched tablecloths. And if you don't know what chicken scratching is, it's just this form of embroidery that they do on the gingham fabric. So pretty. Alright, my first doily was this gorgeous one. Look at the pattern on this, it's just amazing. I'm not sure what it's called, but it'd be some sort of cut work, and it's just stunning. Now this isn't ironed or anything, but it's just absolutely beautiful. I think this doily is I don't think it's crochet. The name will come to me, but it's definitely not crocheted. This one isn't crocheted either. I don't know what this is. It goes this way, but it's got a gorgeous pattern on it as well. There's a little tear there, but I can cut it up and use it on things. This is just a little white square one. There's this triangle one. I've never found one with triangles in it, so there you go. There's always something new to find out there. Just beautiful little triangles. And you know, you could just quite easily just cut that little triangle up and put a little star on top for your Christmas tree when you're doing that sort of thing like I did over Christmas. Beautiful. Alright, there's this one which is really fine fine crochet work. I think this one here, I think this is tatting. I'm pretty sure that's tatting because you can see all the little knots and things. So yeah, this one is just beautiful, really thin, beautiful motifs on that. Right, there's this one which is just a cut work one, which is, this is the right side. There's a little bit of marks on here, but you know, this could go straight into a coffee bath and just look beautiful. There's a little tear there, but you could cut up all these little bits and pieces and add to your stitching or your junk journaling. You could cut an edge and put an edge down your page in your junk journal, or you know, just cut pieces off and use them on your tags and all sorts of things like that. Right, there was this little set. There was just 2 in this set and they'll join together, that's the right way. So if you're looking at your crochet, if you look up close, you can see how that's cupping upwards. Okay, and then if you turn it over, it cups down. That's the back, and the back doesn't look as pretty as the front. That's how you can tell. You can define the stitches better on the front than the back. So if you're wondering which is the front and which is the back of your crochet, there's this little I only know that because I crochet, so, and you get to know how the stitches lie. That's a cute little doily, isn't it? It's very light. It's got some lace trim on it. I think it goes this way. Yeah, it goes that way. There's a little bit of stain on it, but that's okay. These were all these were all 50 cents because the shop that I went into was half price on everything. So all these doilies were 50 cents. Look at that one. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it gorgeous? Alright, there's one of these ones which I'm not sure what that is. It could be tatting as well, but I don't know. Don't know that one. This one is pretty. I really like this one. It's a little oval shaped one with the crochet edging. So pretty. That would just look so gorgeous with some stitching on there. And it's as light as a feather. There's these 2. I think these 2 go with that other set, the other bigger one. There was 2 in that, 2 little ones. I should put it with that big one, and then the big one here. Beautiful. Alright, there's this little doily which is just crocheted around the edge of your fabric, some linen. Pretty. There was this one which is a bit larger than all the others. It's more like a little table runner, but look at the flowers on here. They are just gorgeous. Now it's really hard. I don't know whether this is machine done or not. If it is, it's really well done. It doesn't look like it's machine done actually, but it's one of those ones that looks the same on the front and the back. It's crazy. No, it's not machine done. My next doily is this beautiful tiger lily one, and it's all hand done too. It's just beautiful. They've really nailed the shading in this. So the, what do you call it, the thread painting is just beautiful. These 2 are the same. These 2 next ones, they're just on linen, and they're nice little squares like this. There's 2 of them, and there's a little what do you call this one? It's a crochet I can't think of the name now, but it's crocheted. There's 3 of these ones, which is an odd number, but then they've got like a little vine on the corner of them. It looks like a it looks like a little fuchsia vine or something like that. No, fuchsias don't grow on vines. Anyway, it's some sort of vine, I think. There's another doily here. And keeping in mind these were all 50 cents, which is just insane. They're just beautiful. And then there was this one. This, I don't know whether this is a set to these because this is a different color fabric, so, but it's the same type of thing. Maybe they use this one more than these. I don't know, but I love this color cut work, how they put another color in here. It's just so pretty. And then you've got two of these, which, no, it's a different one. Is it different? Oh no, it's got the same pink there. Yeah, anyway, similar sort of thing. Whether they went together or not, I'm not sure, but they're so pretty. Alright, there's another doily here which feels like it's on Ada cloth, some sort of Ada cloth, but it's nice and laundered, so it's sort of gone soft. A few more crochet ones. It's a nice big one. Love the star in this one. These ones are a little bit bigger. This one's got all squares, which is hard to find square ones with squares. I don't have many with squares. There were so many different ones in this box in this particular shop that were all half price. Look at it, it's just beautiful. I love it. Love this pattern. Just amazing. And it's so light. Right, there's this beautiful one. It's a little bit thicker than the others, but it's just beautifully done. Look at the motifs in this. They are just beautiful. And then you've got this motif in the middle here. So my last crochet thing was a beautiful tablecloth, and it is just covered in these motifs. And it's a gorgeous big round tablecloth. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll put those things aside and show you some more. Okay, my last tablecloth, and you would have seen me use this in previous videos, was a plastic one, and this is just gorgeous. But this is the pattern on the outer edge. It's got the pineapple patterns all the way along it. Now this shop that I found this in was the one that had everything half price, and I got this for $3, which is just amazing. They had 7 on it, but she gave it to me for 3, and it's just incredible. Now in the middle of this one, I'll try and show you some of the motifs in it. It's got motifs like this. You've got a fan and a flower. I don't know whether, I think it was just fans and flowers, was it? Yeah. And then in the middle, I'll try and show you the middle. In the middle has got another big section in here, and then this pattern in the middle, which doubles over like the pineapple pattern. Now there's little bits and pieces that are just a little bit either broken or whatever, but it will still tea dye paper, no worries. It looks like it's been well loved and used, but I always get excited when I find a plastic tablecloth like this in the Opshop, because they are just gorgeous on your paper. Look at the corner, big corner pineapple. Now I have found a pineapple one in the past, but it was only a very, very small one, and it didn't have anything on the inside. It just had this small pineapple edge around it. I think it was a round one, but this is a big square one, which is just amazing. Not square, it's rectangular. So I'll be cutting pieces of that up eventually. Right, I found a roll of wallpaper, which is just beautiful. If you can see the pattern on that, it's mainly just stripes and like a wood grain type pattern. Found a vintage greeting card, which just is amazing. I love the embossed edge on this. She gave me that for nothing. She just chucked it in with my my purchase. That was from I don't know, a shop a few weeks ago. Right, these were some books. This one's called Punchy the Donkey, A Tiny Tale. This was 50 cents reduced half price, which was 25 cents. These few next little golden books had 40 cents on them, and at half price they were 20 cents. So we've got baby animals. And this one, what's the year in this one? Copyright 56. Next one is, it was also 40 cents, reduced to 20 cents, and it's baby's first book. What's the copyright in here? This is a newer one. This is 2007. And then this other little golden book is Baby Farm Animals. So they were those little golden books for 20 cents each. That one was 25 cents. There was this one, Wonderful Performing Dogs, and this will go in my circus journal. I love finding circus books. I've got a few together now, not many. This was $1, reduced to 50 cents. $85. Copyright on that one. Right, there was this one here. This was 50 cents reduced to 25 cents, and it's Bib and Bub, and it's the May Gibbs Young Australian series. Alright, my next book is called Ribbon Embroidery, and this is alphabet. So that'll go in my personal collection of crafty books, along with this one here, Tambour Beading. There's a cute book, Samantha Seagull Scandals. I thought this would look really cool in a seashell book, and it's all full of seagull pictures. Right, my next book is 500 Motifs, Pattern Stitch Techniques for Crochet. It's a crochet dictionary. Now, I've never seen one like this. Well, it says new edition. My next book is Fantastic Flowers. I loved the look of this book as well. Origami in Fabric for Quilters. And there's another one here, Pieced Flowers. Now this one isn't origami like that. This one is more what do you call it, paper piecing, like, you know, the English paper piecing. Alright, my last book is this one, Cottage Gardens in Australia. This one is beautiful. Now this one was gifted in 84. Let's see if I can see a date. Okay, first published in 83. Yeah, this is 83. Right, this is about all sorts of vintage cottage gardens, and there's just some amazing pictures in here. So that is everything you would want to know about a cottage garden. That's an amazing book, that. Right, my last few things. I got 3 of these exercise books, but they got the grid pattern in it. It's not the square grid, it's the rectangular shaped grid, and I love putting things like that in my junk journal. So there was 3 of them for 50 cents. There was a pack of manila file folders, which are the yellow colour. And the last thing in this way of books were a pack of, there was this book, which is I think it's just a lined book with the ring things on it. Then there's a writing pad, an old writing pad with lines, one with lines and one that's not, and they're both a nice creamy colour. So they were them. And then my last few things were some necklaces. This was one necklace that I got. Really cool looking beads on this. So I'll pull that apart. It's got all the little other bits and pieces in between as well. There were these 2, which are silk covered beads, and they're just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Why are you tangled? There was 2 different types in there, like an oval shaped one and a round shaped one. They both got gold beads in between, and they are silk covered. I love these silk covered beads. They're vintage and they're just amazing. So I'll probably cut them up. I'll just leave them for now like that, because I do have some cream coloured ones already cut up. There were there was this necklace, which I will cut up because I can get all sorts of little bits and pieces out of here, round bits and glass beads. It's really heavy, so it's all glass and long beads and all sorts of little bits and pieces in this one. So that's what that looks like. It's quite pretty. And then I got these little beads. I don't know whether I think I may have showed you some of these little beads before, because I got them from a similar place, but these ones are just plastic, but they're quite pretty. You could put a little flower in the middle of them. Oh, both of them came out. Oh, oh gosh, oh come on, get in the packet. So there was those beads, and then there were these little beads. I'm pretty sure these would be crystal, because they are just stunning and they're quite heavy. Oh, get out of my finger. These are gorgeous. Yeah, they feel like glass or crystal. So that was my haul for this time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen here today. and like, share and subscribe. I would love to have you here with me. And yeah, like I said, pop down to the links below. You can pop over to our Facebook page and join up there, and share all the bits and pieces that everybody shares over there. And I will see you soon for a new video. Take care. Bye.